Yo, hey guys, what is up? It's JJ Tech here, back again for another brand new video. And in today's video, today I have you an OG video, like for real. Like this is OG of OG. Today, I'm going to be doing a 2 year later video with this bad boy right here, the PowerA Fusion Pro Controller. Now I say OG video because I'm not sure if you OGs watching remember this controller when I did do an unboxing of it about 2.5 years ago. As you can see here, August I believe of 2018. Man, it's crazy, it's been that long since I've had this controller. And as you can see here, today I'm doing a 2 year later review on it and let you know how it's been over these 2 years. Make sure you go down in the comments down below and give me some video ideas. I'm open to your ideas and let me know what you guys want to see from me. What do you guys want to see on the channel? Please let me know in the comments down below. I'll highly appreciate it. So a little overview before I actually get into talking about the good and bad things about this controller. Little overview, as you know, I did like 4 or 5 videos on this controller, maybe even less. I did comparisons with my other controller, which I will be doing a video on that separately another time, so stay tuned for that. And this is supposed to be PowerA's Pro Controller, at least at the time it was. Now I believe nowadays there is a newer version of this. Now I wouldn't be surprised if there is, just because I mean it's been about 2.5 years since I've had this controller, and not sure if you guys can see, but it's still in pretty much perfect condition. And now let's get into the good and the bad stuff and how it's been over these 2 years. Now guys, I'm gonna be honest, not sure if you guys know, but I also have another PowerA controller and it's way cheaper than this one. I believe when I did buy this, don't quote me though, I bought it for 50 bucks. So almost official Xbox controller territory. And I took the risk and bought a third-party controller for 50 bucks, guys. So at the time it was 50. Nowadays, I'm pretty sure you can get this to 30 to 40 bucks, which honestly didn't appreciate that much from when I did buy it. Now this isn't a review video, so I'm not gonna be going over the cool stuff that it has. I've already done that many times in my videos. If you guys want to check those videos out, I will drop some videos down below in the description so you guys can check those out. So yeah, just a quick disclaimer, this is not a review of the features and stuff like that. So first of all, let's talk about the wear and tear of this controller. How has this controller's build quality been over these 2.5 years that I've owned it? Now, let me show you guys real quick the controller up close. So as you can see here, pretty much no scuffs, guys. I mean, the D-pad, like I said, it's kind of this gold color. It's shiny, so it's like kind of shiny gold. And as you can see here, you would think this would scratch up easily, but I pretty much have 0 scratches on this. I'm gonna try to zoom in as close as possible, but pretty much no scratches, guys. And moving on to the back here, let me move this wire. Pretty much no scuffs, no dents, none of that. I do have some scratches on the actual triggers, but I mean, that does make more sense since that's what you pretty much use all the time. But yeah, overall the build quality on this thing has been exceptional, guys. Now I say that because I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I don't really use this controller. I probably use this controller about 20 times since I've actually bought it. And keep in mind, I bought it 2.5 years ago, and I don't really use this controller, and here's why. Now I don't have a specific reason on why I don't use this controller. Not sure if you can tell, but I'm kind of a full-on controllers. I have 2 official Xbox controllers, and then I have another Xbox controller that's also wired, which is from PowerA, and then I have this controller. Now the only time I ever pretty much use this is when friends or cousins come over and there's like a 2-player game of some sorts that we need another controller. Then that's when I'll use this, but other than that, I don't really use it. And I'm gonna be honest, I pretty much just forget. I'm not even gonna lie. I forget that I have my controllers. I pretty much just always end up using my official Xbox controller, which is my blue or my white one, and I just forget that I even have this controller. I'm not even gonna lie. Now since this is a Pro controller, you would expect it to have some Pro features. Now like I said, it's not a review, but I'm gonna talk about these features that make it a Pro controller. Now I put it in quotes just because, sure, it does have some features that make it a Pro controller, but for 50 bucks, I feel like they could have done a little bit better, but that's just me. At this point, I really don't care because, yeah, I bought this a long time ago. So yeah, some features that make it pro-ish is that it does have 2 buttons back here, which are remappable. So this can be your A button, it can be your trigger, it can be literally anything, and there's 2 of them back here. Not sure if you can hear that clickiness, they're pretty clicky. And then another thing that makes it a Pro controller, which I actually like this feature a lot, and I actually think that this is probably one of the things that makes it worth the 50 bucks, and then it does have trigger stops. Not sure if you guys can see here, it has these trigger stops what this does is that it doesn't let the trigger go all the way down. So as you can see here right now, I pretty much have it off, and it's normal. The trigger goes all the way down. And when I do switch on the trigger stop, not sure if you guys can see here, it does not go all the way down. It does not go down full travel, and that is going to be great for shooter games, first-person shooters. You're going to be able to get that better reaction time if you do turn on the trigger stop. Now, the last thing that makes it a pro type controller is that these right here, not sure if you guys can see, probably thinking, well, these are pretty normal sticks. Well, these bad boys can pop off like you just saw here. Now you're probably wondering, well, where are the other sticks? Does it only come with these sticks? It makes no sense if you can pop these off and then it doesn't come with other sticks. Well, that's where you're wrong. Like I said, this is getting OG right here because I still have the box in which these other thumbsticks still come in, guys. Not sure if you guys can see here, but it comes with 2 other types of thumbsticks, guys. And you pretty much just snap them on here, whichever one that you like. And guys, honestly, now that I'm really thinking about it, this is definitely worth 50 bucks. Maybe not nowadays, but when I did end up buying this controller back 2 years ago, it was definitely worth it. Now, the fact that I still even have this box and this case and these thumbsticks is pretty insane. But at the same time, it really isn't, just because, well, I kind of just told you guys that I don't really use it much, so it would make sense that I still have these. So yeah, those are some pro features that pretty much make this controller a pro controller. But yeah, those are definitely some features that make this controller a pro controller, and I definitely enjoy these for sure. And I guess you can call this an alternative to the Elite controller, which is literally like double the price. It's like 200 bucks. And honestly, you're pretty much getting the exact same thing. The only thing that you're kind of compromising is that it's wired, but honestly, to me, that's not really a big deal. In fact, it could actually be better because, well, that means it never dies while you're playing a long session. But yeah, now let's get back to my experience on this controller. Now, you know how I was talking about the build quality and how this thing pretty much is in perfect condition, no scuffs, no scratches? Well, now I did forget to mention that one day I did drop this controller when I was playing a game, and well, it dropped exactly right on the bumper. Not sure if you guys can hear, but the bumper is pretty much stuck. The button is stuck here. Pretty much nothing happens. Not sure if you guys can tell the difference, but this one actually clicks. Can you guys hear that? Compared to this. See what I mean? And it wasn't even that much of a hard hit. It kind of just went boop, pretty much like this height, so not even that high, and that pretty much ended this button. Now, not really though, just because when you are in game, it still does work, but sometimes it doesn't register your clicks and it can get a little annoying. But obviously that's my fault. Obviously, if you own this controller, you're not gonna have this issue if you didn't drop it like I did. But yeah, other than that, this controller's build quality has been great. Have no other issues with the build quality of this controller. Now, one thing I was a little surprised that we couldn't do is remove the actual D-pad and switch it out. But yet again, I gotta remember this thing was 50 bucks when I did purchase it. As you know, the Elite is pretty much double that, and you do get that feature on the Elite. So I can't expect too much. But hey, if you're already able to remove the thumbsticks and have the trigger stops and the remappable buttons, I mean, might as well have the option to remove the D-pad and switch it out to another one of your liking. And one thing that I've really enjoyed over the 2 years that I've owned it is this really long cable. This thing I would say is about 10 feet, 6 to 10 feet, and this thing definitely is convenient when you don't want to sit too close to your monitor or your TV. You want to kind of chillax, sit on your couch a little farther away from your TV. This cable definitely helps make that possible. And that's definitely one thing that annoys me about buying third-party controllers, is that when they're not wireless, they usually come with some short cables, and I definitely appreciate PowerA for making this cable very long. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I know it didn't seem like I talked about much. I pretty much just talked about build quality and the pro features. But honestly, guys, since I don't really use this controller much, I don't really have much to talk about other than say good things about it, because even 2 years later, I still recommend this thing. I will drop the link down below if I can find it on Amazon. It's not a guarantee though. I will drop the link down below in the description box so you guys can check it out and maybe purchase it for yourselves. But yeah, guys, this was definitely an OG video. Definitely brings back memories to when I did a bunch of videos on this controller. And let me know if you guys want me to do some more videos on my tech that I have unboxed in the past or done videos on in the past. Let me know if you guys want me to revisit that tech. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I highly appreciate it, and I would definitely appreciate it if you guys could subscribe down below and also give me some suggestions on some video ideas. I would highly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.